with a little treat. I have welcome Master Daniel. I'm going to try not to say this correct. Du Capa Preta?
Capa preta.
Preta? Okay. All right. Close enough. Okay, so welcome. Thank you for coming on my channel. I thought this would be a special treat because I don't know anybody personally that practices Quimbanda. So you're amazing. I follow you
Thank
on
you.
on Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, this guy has power. So hey, Devin.
Hi, Devon.
So I thought maybe you could just like introduce yourself and then I have some questions that I wrote down, and we'll just go through there and see what else wants to ask him. Uh, yeah. So yeah, just talk about yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Salve banda, salve as forças. My name is Daniel, Veshu Capa Preta. I am Quimbanda master. I work with Exu, with Pombagira, with our Brazilian tradition. That is a necromancy tradition, black magic tradition. We work with our ancestors. So we work with the death energy, with the spirit possession, animal sacrifice, with the maiorais of Quimbanda. In Quimbanda, we have four maiorais that are like the chiefs of Quimbanda, the patrons of Quimbanda. We have Beelzebub, Ashtaroth, Asmodeus, and Lucifer. They are connected with the north, the south, the east, and the west in Quimbanda. And each Pombagira and the Exu of Quimbanda, they work for a maioral. For example, my Exu Capa Preta, he works for Beelzebub. So my Exu, he has two sides. We call in Portuguese bandas. So we have the bandas of Encruzilhada, the crossroads, and then banda of the graveyard, the catacumbas, the like catacumbas. So my Exu, he works in the graveyard, and he works on the crossroads. And the entities of Kimbanda, depending of where they are coming from. So if they work on, for example, in a escort club, with for prostitutes, for sex, for loss, or in graveyards or in hospitals, they have like a surname. You see, so like Exu Capa Preta is his name.
Mm.
De das encruzilhadas of the crossroads. So it's his surname. So he's a Exu Capa Preta. Exu Capa Preta is not the name of one entity. Exu Capa Preta is the name of a legions of Exu Capa Preta that work on the crossroads, nas encruzilhadas. So yeah, I am like 5 years doing service for my clients. I have initiatives from United States, South America, Rio, adepts from America, Canada, worldwide. That's are the adept initiatives of my temple here. And I work for Exu. Everything that I do is for Exu and Pombagira.
Hmm. Wow, that's amazing. Um, yeah, because I noticed a lot of Luciferian imagery in your stuff, and I was like, okay, so Quimbanda is African and Brazilian mix of the spirits. Because I was going to ask you there, because an exu is your like a demon king or something, right? No?
Yeah, Exu, Kimbanda, the creation of Kimbanda.
Okay.
Quimbanda is Brazilian because it has three cultures. Okay, the culture first, the culture of the black, the Africa,
Mhm.
Los Negros, the Africa. So the black culture, for example, the name Exu. The name Exu come from the
Oh,
Orisha
hmm.
Exu of Yoruba, Africa. In
Hmm.
Brazil, when it came to Brazil, it became Exu
Hmm.
because Exu means circle. It's
Okay.
something that's it's always moving. It's the fire that's transformed. So in Brazil, it became Exu with X, not AS. It's with X. The
E-
Brazilian, the Brazilian Exu, we write it with an or X. Okay. We have the white culture, the culture of the white people in Quimbanda, with the demons, with the witch of Portugal and Spanish influence in Quimbanda. In like 300 years ago in Europe, in Portugal, in Spanish, the witch they used to kill animals. They used to do animal sacrifice for the goddess of Europe. So all of this witchcraft knowledge it came together when the Europeans came to Brazil, the colonial time. So they bring that knowledge, the white people, together with the native, the Brazilian yellow people, the native. So all of this knowledge with the native having the shamanic knowledge, with the herbs, with the spiritual possession, together with the African spiritual possession. Because in Africa, the spiritual possession, and in Brazil with the shamans, it's very common. You see, that's something that you not see outside Brazil. You not see a lot of spiritual possession in America, in white America, in Canada, in Europe. You not see that. No, that's why we have the spiritual possess of in Kimbanda because of the black and the native influence together.
Yeah. Um, how did you come across this path? Were you like from a young like what? How did you get here?
It started in the beginning. It started with my grandfather. So my
Oh,
grand I come from the familia Ramos. My surname is Ramos. So my grandfather, his name is Sabah Rufino Ramos. The brother of my grandfather, he was a Kimbanda priest too,
wow.
Kimbanda master. He was Ambrosio Ramos. So it came through my family. So the issue that I work that possessed me, and we can talk more on the soon about possession.
Mm-hmm.
O capa preta that possessed me when he comes. When people look to him, he looks like an old person. My voice changed. My voice become very hoarse. He dance on the fire. He's very old spirit. And my Sabarro Fino Ramos, my grandfather, he worked with that issue. That's why I say that the issue they are our ancestors, spiritual
Hmm.
ancestors. Because when my grandfather died, I started working with Jesus Show with
Okay.
more energy, because I already had this guardian in my life. We call it Shui Pombagira our guardians, but only when my grandfather died, his
Passes.
energy came passed away. His energy of his issue became more strong in my life. You see?
That's so powerful. Oh my gosh, that is some powerful shit. I was gonna ask you. So when you get initiated into Quimbanda, do you have a one spirit like a Metu or that just you only work with that you will only possess you like there's only one or will you get possessed by others or is
Yeah.
that one?
No, yes and no. Let's go to the basics, okay? In Kimbanda, we have our crown. In Portuguese, coroa. So we have our crown. What's the crown? The crown are three entities that is working. Everyone has a Exu and Pombagira. Everyone, even you have a Exu and Pombagira. But the most of the people, because of not being initiated, they don't have this portal open in themselves to work with the issue because Kimbanda is not only spiritual possession. No, most of the times I'm not possessed. I'm not possessed. No. I am not walking on the fire or in broken glass right now. So the most of the times we are not possessed. So we are working with a shoe with the sacrifice, the offerings, with our guardians of our crown, these three entities, this Trinity. And these Trinities, we have a hierarchy. The highest is Lucifer. He's the highest in Kimbanda. He's the mayoral, the chief, Lucifer. So everyone has its crown, but only the initiators they get together with this. They have the spirits in their life, alive in their life. But yeah, you can get possessed for with more than three spirits. You can get possessed with the we call in Portuguese povo. It's like the spirit that not work directly in your crown, but they work for your crown, for your issue, for your pombagira. So we call it your crown, your crowding, your people, your people. We call it in Kimbanda your people. So it's the people that work for you, the spirits that work for you, and you
Mhm.
can get possessed with by them. You know,
Yeah,
but we have the main entities that we get possessed.
that's what I was thinking. Because this is kind of like Palo a little bit, right? Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
a
Because
lot of.
Paulo Santeria, it has a lot of African influence, as Kimbanda does.
I see the similarities. Well, I know, like, with my practice, part of my practice is to obtain full possession, and I was working with Azazel, and it was the first time that I actually had amount of feeling, right?
Mhm.
Like, it was almost out of a horror feeling, painful, painful. It was painful. It was kind of like, because it was, I think it's hard to get people to actually want to leave, to have full possession, have fighting. So, um, I was wondering, how was the first time that your your ex, like, was
How
it
is
when,
it?
was it when you were going through your initiation? Because I've seen on YouTube the initiations for Kumbanda, and I see them doing the slits and drinking you drink the
Yeah.
cow goat's milk. Is that you would get full merge, or is it just like when it happens, it happens?
Well, the initiation it depends on the tradition. Okay.
Okay.
We have because we have Kimbanda, that's one tradition, one religion, Kimbanda, and inside of Kimbanda we have different traditions. So we have, for example, my tradition, Kimbanda Luciferiana,
Uh,
Luciferian Kimbanda.
that
We have
okay.
Kimbanda Nagô, we have Kimbanda Congo, we have Kimbanda Xambá, Kimbanda Malay. For example, in Kimbanda Malay, the Exu and Pombagira, the Fortis people of Kimbanda Malay, that's not the tradition that I work with. The Exu and Pombagira, they are demons. They are actually demons. They're not ancestors, spiritual ancestors, or bloodline ancestors. No, they are actually demons. So you get it actually possessed by a demon. Okay, I don't believe in that. My vision, you can't get 100% by a demon because if Lucifer possessed me 100%, I would disintegrate. Because he's so powerful. So I don't believe in that specific point. Uh, so in the initiation, your issue or your Pombagira, they might come to possess you. It's not a dogma, it's not a rule to happen. When you
Hmm.
do the matanza, the sacrifice, all of the secrets, when you're gonna do the slash on your body, the secrets of Kimbanda, when you're gonna put the energy inside of your body, the afoxé is the spiritual powder. For
Hmm.
example, for example, for share for money. We sacrifice a rabbit, we take the four legs of the rabbit, the head of the rabbit, we put some herbs connected with money. We put, for example, a head of a goat, okay, or horns of a goat. We put all of this inside of iron cauldron. We put fire until it becomes a powder, and now we have a for share. We have
Hmm.
a magical powder for money. You see, so it's not a rule for the Yoeshua and Pombagira possess you, but inside the Kimbanda we have this like a class. We can call that class, but it's like rituals of possession because the Shu and Pombagira
Invoke,
possession.
it's
What?
the same thing as invoking the spirit.
Is actually
Okay.
invoking yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
So there is a process.
Hmm.
It's not like invoking. It's not like invoking a demon because the monolatry, the Luciferianism, working for demon, it's very liberal. It's
Hmm.
very free. You can
Hmm.
do your spell as you want. You are free. But in Kimbanda, no, we have the steps. We have the things that you must do for security, for health, to not cause illness in yourself. Because the entities, they don't come here to fuck us. They come here to help us. So when Eshu come to possess me, he's coming to protect myself. He's coming to, if someone curses me to death, he will take that energy literally and get out of my body when he possesses me, and he will cleanse my spiritual body. So uh, there is a process in the
Mhm.
possession, spiritual possession, because you're not in just one day. In your first day of initiation, you're not walk on fire. No, it takes months, it takes years to walk on fire and not to get hurt.
So you're walking on fire right now? You can
Yeah,
walk on
my
fire.
actual walks on fire.
Damn. Mm.
There is a day that when like, I think it was 6 years ago, I was with a friend of mine. She wanted to come to do a consultation with my Yeshua, to talk with my Yeshua about a problem in her life. So I called him, he possessed me, and when I get possessed, I don't remember nothing. It's just like I am sleeping. So I am sleeping and he's possessing me. So, and she said that the glass that he was drinking the alcohol, it fell on the ground. And she was like, "Hey, I need to cleanse it, not to cut you or your enxugar the medium boy, menino, to not hurt your boy. It's not hurt me." She was saying that,
Mhm.
but he said he laughed it and he said like, "No, you not get hurt. You can dance on the glass and it will not hurt you." And she was dancing on the glass, and she was not hurting her or hurting me. You see?
Wow. Pretty dope. Um, so I know you have some literature that you have produced. Did you want to you have four you work with Hecate, which is one of my main goddesses. What are the other three literature that you have? Yeah, book.
The what's picturing?
Your books that the books that you
Ah, yeah, yeah, my
yeah,
books, yes.
yeah, yeah. Did you want to talk about the four ones that you have?
Okay, I get it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have my first book is Liber Dragos. Okay,
Yeah.
Liber Dragos. It was something that I wanted to bring for the Black Magician, a complete handbook. So it's
Okay.
very practical. You have like how to do a blood pact with Beelzebub. You have like curses spells, and in this curses spell, I put animal sacrifice. So I put a little of my Kimbana knowledge into the monolatry book. You know, you have a curse spell there with the demon marbas that you're gonna do a triangle with three chickens. You're gonna put a triangle. You're gonna be inside of the triangle. You're gonna open the chickens, put the candle, the white candle, and you're gonna meditate inside of that triangle of the animal, sacrifice it, because it will empower your ritual. You know, that's something that I always say to my friends, my American friends, that don't practice Kimbanda. I always say like that. Hey, okay, you can give your blood to the demon. I myself, sometimes I give myself my blood to the demon, but because I have a blood pact. But instead of you sacrificing your own energy, you're vampirizing yourself, you can give the energy of animal. So the energy will be better, it will be bigger than just your own energy, you know?
Yeah.
So I try to make that in my first book, Liber Dragos. I have prosperity spell, love spell, a handbook for the magician. My second book, the
Okay, let me
Monolatry handbook.
do a disclaimer before somebody says anything and reports this. This is just entertainment. None of this is actually real. We're just doing this for fun. Okay. All right. We're just talking nonsense here. Okay. Um, but I was gonna ask you something on the animal sacrifice before you go to your other books. I
Okay?
don't. I don't know. I don't think everybody is capable of doing that. I feel like only certain people have that ability to do animal sacrifice. Do you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
like personally. I don't think I can do it. I've almost tried to do it and I broke down crying. Like I could not do it. Like you have to be chosen in a way. I feel to be able to,
yeah,
or
Mhm.
you have to be trained to do it. You cannot just do it. You know.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, yeah, I got it. There is two paths. There is the Kimbanda path, and for you to do animal sacrifice in Kimbanda, you need to be initiated, because
Hmm.
when you do initiation, you're gonna receive your knife of sacrifice. So you
Okay.
only be allowed to sacrifice in Kimbanda when you do your initiation. There is a process. We are not torture. We are not hurting the animal. We are sacrificing it.
Yeah.
Sacrifice comes from the Latin sacrificio. It
Hmm.
means holy work. It's
Hmm.
a holy work where you work with the
Very
spirit.
cool. Hmm.
And we have the path of the witchcraft, or the monolatry, Luciferianism. And like I told you, in this path, there's no rule. Like if someone wants to go there and do a human sacrifice, it's up to you. You know, there's no rule for that. But in Kimbanda, we have a rules. You know, so I work with these two paths: the monolatry, the witchcraft, and the Kimbanda witchcraft. I separate these two paths because if we mix everything, we don't have a tradition. The tradition
Hmm.
is something that have its roots, its rules, its dogmas. You know, its steps inside of the tradition. So in my second book, and to reply you, yeah, in Kimbanda you need to be initiated, but in the monolatry, it's up to you. You know, you do what you want to do. You know, you are free. If you want to do that, you do. If you don't want, you don't do. You know.
Hmm.
So in my second book, I tried to be very to explain my path, my past. You know, I explain my childhood, my teenager, my adulthood. I explain every step in my life. I wanted to the new magician to have inspiration. You know, to have someone to look and hey, this guy, he has a similar life that I did, that I had. You know, he had a fucked past, and he was strong. You know, the demons helped him. He has prosperity. He have everything with the demons' magic, with the power of Exu and Pombagira. You know, I wanted to bring something a light to the magician.
Relatable. People can be related to. Yeah, I like that. Very
Exactly,
personal.
exactly.
Yeah, you got intimate. It was.
Exactly. That was my purpose of my second book, because that's something that I think it's missing in the Luciferian community. People are so individual that they forget the union with the other magicians, with the other Luciferians. And when you look to the Christians, they are very united. You know, that's why the Christians they are the majority. But when we look to the Luciferians, they are hating each other. You know, they are just being haters. That's something that I try to bring to
I
light.
I think that only comes because on the Luciferian path or the satanic path, it's embedded that it's a solo path, that you do everything alone, that you don't trust anybody, that everything is done by yourself, rather than actually understanding that you need to come together. And yeah, you're gonna come across people that haven't done the work, or pieces of shit. That's like anything, but community and strength in numbers is way more powerful. Um, I agree with that. And plus, it makes you spirit.
Yeah, for sure. That's something that people just say like, hey, I need to do it all alone. I don't need anybody. You know, that's something that I want people to not to change, but to people to meditate on my words. You know,
Yeah,
to if it makes sense to you, you can change yourself for better. You know,
yeah,
I have my third book that is the Secrets of Hell. That it is a because it's a strange book because I do not want it to write it, you know, because this book it's for future forecasts, you know, for predictions for the future. And
oh,
yeah, and like
hey,
I wrote this book in the beginning of the last year, and
yeah,
in this book I told that the Ukrainian war would get worse, that the economy would get worse, that I wrote off the things that would happen in the world, and I remember when I told that, people said no, it will not happen, it will end in just 1 month, you know, and we see now the war getting worse.
sure.
So I told the spirit, hey, I don't want to write it, so, but the spirit, they say, like, no, you need to write it. There is some people that need to read this word to prepare themselves, you know. I have my fourth book that's not finished, but I am writing it. It's the Hecate by a Luciferian.
Oh, I
It
thought that
is
was published. That's not published yet?
no, not yet.
Oh, sorry.
The clients that are buying this book, they are participating in the process.
Okay.
So each week they receive the new page of the book. It's a
Oh,
in
I like
digital
that.
copy. So you
Mm-hmm.
are participating in the process. That's something that I think people like it a lot.
Yeah.
Because you see how my writing skills are easy every week. The knowledge that I get it from the spirit, all of this stuff. And in that book, it was Hecate by Luciferian. When I read about Hecate in the past, I only did read Wicca books. And when you read the Wicca books, Hecate looks like a Christian. She looks like an angel, like a Christian angel. Where can I buy your books? You can buy in my page, Quimbanda DG, underline DG. Quimbanda underline DG.
DD or DD?
DG
D.
of Daniel, DG.
Okay.
So in this book, I tried to when I read about Wicca books, I was like, no, there's something strange on that. She does not look like that. She looks
Odd.
infernal,
I know.
I don't know,
Yeah.
hell no, it's not like that. She's not like that. So, like, I had a relationship with a woman. She was a witch, and she was she was very lovely with me. That's a woman that I had that ex that I had a relationship, and she worked with Hecate a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was no, hey, no, Hecate, she does nothing. I will not work with Hecate. She can help me. And the demon that I was working with, because I had a family here in Rio that tried to kill me,
Mm.
not literally, but with magic. They hired someone to cast a death spell on me. And my Eshu, he warned me. Eshu Marabu and Eshu Capaprita, they warned me. And I was okay. Okay. Then I tried to curse back this person with Beelzebub, and I failed. Because Beelzebub, he said, no, this person has a protection. I can cause illness, disease, but I can kill that target. And I was, no, I want you to bring death to this enemy. So I am Capricorn, I am very revengeful, I am Capricorn. So I was like, okay. I tried with Belial, and Belial could not help me. He said the same thing that Beelzebub. And I was very frustrated, with these male entities, male demons. So this woman that I had a relationship, she said, no, Hecate told me she will help you, but she wants to make a pact with you. She will help you, she will bring to you the death of your enemy, but in return, she wants you to work with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was okay, I will not give nothing to her. I will not give candles, incense, animal sacrifice, nothing. Nothing. If you are real, you're gonna work for me. I was like that. And like I think in 6 months, after that, I had the notice that just not only just one person, but all the family of this enemy died. All the family. And I
Hecate
was like,
badass.
what the fuck? And I was like, hey, what the fuck? She's real. She's infernal. So after that, I
Period.
started working with Hecate, and that's why I wrote this book as a gift for her, And I have my last book that I wrote, but this book I wrote for EA Coding for the Become a Living Gods. I wrote this book for him. He's gonna be releasing the spring of 2024 in America. So my last book is of Kimbanda. It's a book
Okay.
of Kimbanda. I
Nice.
put some secrets of Kimbanda in this book that you not find anywhere. Like I put just secrets in this book that you can make a firmeza yourself of a Shumarago. A firmeza is like a Kimbanda altar, you
Yeah.
know?
Are you? Do you think you're gonna upset some people in Kumbanda with secrets? You know how some people are like very touchy with people saying secrets about their path?
No, I think it's okay. I think it's the surface secret, you know.
Yeah. It's not the real one.
It's not the real
Oh
one
my
that
god,
you're gonna work
Bigfoot,
with a
you gotta
human
go to
bond. No.
Brazil and get initiated.
Yeah, come. You'll be
Yeah.
welcome here.
Oh my god, that'd be dope. Fuck. What I was gonna ask you? Is it okay in Brazil? You have a lot of people practicing Kumbanda. Is it easy? Because I noticed in like when I'm watching your videos, I mean, it looks like
Yeah,
you guys have a big space and you have a lot of people there. It's there's a lot of Kumbanda in
yeah.
there.
Now in Brazil we have Umbanda, we have Candomblé, we have just another traditions.
Okay.
Because Kimbanda, even in Brazil, people still look to Kimbanda to something scary, you know. So people are afraid of Kimbanda, even in Brazil. They look now, the Kimbandeiros, they work with the demons, they work with black magic. No, I should stay away from that. But we have Umbanda, we have Candomblé, which is another traditions. They are like white magic. You know, they use only white clothes. In Umbanda, they pray to Jesus because they Christian influence. They pray to Jesus. They pray to the Virgin Mary. So no, Kimbanda is not something that's so. It's not the majority in Brazil. You know, nowadays Kimbanda is having a lot of notoriety. So a lot
Hmm.
of people are starting to know Kimbanda nowadays. But if you try to search Kimbanda like 5 years ago, you would find nothing, you know?
No, you did find stuff because I think it was small little snippets. You only got little snippets of it.
Actually, only
Li-
small things.
Yeah. Um. What else? What else? Does anybody have any questions for Daniel?
You guys can ask me.
Ask him anything. Your audio is going in and out. No, that sucks. Um. Okay. Not that many questions here. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
What?
Is there anything else you want to talk? Is there any other subjects that we can talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about the misunderstood of Kimbandas.
Oh, well, yeah, the misunderstood, the rumors. I guess I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
I would say it's the most sinister. Like I feel like Kimbanda is probably the most sinister path, like because of so much blood sacrifices used. But I'm all about that. More, yeah,
the most thing is people talk a lot in Kimbanda. They think we drink and sacrifice babies.
oh,
Yeah, people actually think in bandas they sacrifice babies.
oh no.
Yeah, they say like, no, in banda they sacrifice baby, they do human sacrifice, all of this stuff, because of being something very close. Because for work with Kimbanda, you need to be initiated. You know, even though nowadays there is a lot of scammers in Brazil that they say that they are Kimbanda, but they're not initiated. You know,
Mhm,
even though we have a lot of scammers, but still you need to be initiated to be in
yep.
Kimbanda. So people have this this these ghosts in their heads. They think we do human sacrifice and all this stuff. In Kimbanda, yeah, we work with, for example, human bones. We
Mhm,
work with the Kiumbas. We work with Eguns that are dead persons, you know? So we work with schools, human bones, all of this stuff. We make these spirits to work for us.
mhm,
You know, there is a chief in Kimbanda, a mayoral in Kimbanda, that he is the main entity that controls the dead. So we make the dead persons to work for us, to be our slaves in Kimbanda. You know?
um yeah, death energy, but see, a lot of people think anybody that works with the darker side of magic is they don't understand that they're okay with the slaughter and mistreating of animals that they eat every day, but when someone actually is on using it as a
Your
sacrifice.
audio is going in and out.
Is it? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
and yeah,
Can you?
now I can. Now I can. Yeah.
All right, I still have to take my bed. Okay, so shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, well, this human. I think everybody who knows anything about, well, people that don't know about black magic assume like you're Luciferian, you work with demons, you kill this, you do this. They think all of a sudden, like they think it's all like anger and evil and like.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do get crazy people in these systems. It's like the Catholic Church. Like how many people and popes are disgustingly monsters? They're all monsters. they're worse
Yeah.
than they're worse than you know. But oh, can you give some advice to anybody that would be interested in walking this path?
The first thing, if you have interest in Kimbanda, the first thing is you do a consultation with me. Because in the consultation, we're going to see first if you have a path for Kimbanda. Because Kimbanda is not for everyone. There is some
Hmm.
people that the Kimbanda will not allow to be in Kimbanda. And we're gonna see who is your Exu, who is your Pombagira, how you can worship and work with your Exu and Pombagira. All of this. And the next step is the firmeza. The firmeza, let me show to you what's a firmeza.
Okay.
This is a firmeza of Exu Giramundo, of Kimbanda. It's like a Kimbanda altar. It's the
Oh,
first step, the firmeza. So I'm gonna ship to you your firmeza, and you will become an adept of my house, my temple of Kimbanda, and I will be your master. So everything of Kimbanda I'm gonna be teaching you directly, you and I. So you're gonna join our family, our Kimbanda
shit.
family. The next step of the firmeza is your initiation. For the initiation, it needs to be in person. So I need to come to Brazil, or I need to go to your house to do the initiation. These
I'm
are the main
here. I'm
steps to
here.
know
My
Kimbanda.
my face is frozen, but I'm still here. I can hear everything. It's just somebody tried to call me and it froze me. So don't worry. Just keep on talking.
Okay. So these are the main steps of Kimbanda. And if you want to involve your Exu possession, your Pombagira possession, you can do it. But it's not online. There are some scammers that say you can evolve online, all of this stuff. No, the true evolving with security, all the process is you to come in person to Rio, to
Mhm.
Brazil.
Mhm.
But you can start to feel the energy, to feel how is the energy of the possession. You can learn that to start to feel the energy. Because in the firmeza or in the initiation that you're gonna receive the assentamento, you there is the energy of your Shurkumajira there. So you're gonna start to feel the Kimbanda energy. That's
Mhm.
a more heavy energy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, well, if you want to find Master Daniel Ramo, he has a YouTube channel where he shows his rituals. He's not shy in showing blood. Um, he's the real deal here, guys. So if you want more information, you can find him on in his Instagram too. I'll put it. I'll put the links down here, and yeah, that's it, really. Thank you for your time. I really, really appreciated this, and it was
Welcome.
such an honor. Um, yeah, and if anybody wants to have Daniel back for anything, just tell me, and I guess that's it. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.